Hello and welcome to my channel today. If you're like most people, you've had pumpkin pie. If you're like me and some people, you've even grown your own pumpkins in order to make pumpkin pie truly from scratch, only to be met with subpar or disappointing results. I'm here to tell you, it's not you, and it's not me, it's these cans of pumpkin. This is not what you think. Okay, so pumpkin pie in a can. I'm going to come out straight and tell you it's not the pumpkins that you think they are. It's not these pumpkins. Pumpkin is a squash. While all pumpkins are a squash, not all squash are pumpkins. For some of you, this might not be new information. While treated like a vegetable, squash, and therefore pumpkin, is actually a fruit related to this family, which includes melons and cucumbers. Technically, there is no scientific or botanical description for pumpkin, and the USDA in the United States, that's the United States Department of Agriculture, does not regulate or define it. Any hard-skinned squash can be called a pumpkin, and there are actually 45 different varieties of pumpkin. And they're all very healthy, containing potassium, vitamin A, antioxidants, and other nutrients. The term pumpkin is originated in Greek from the word pipon, pipon. It's this word. And it means large melon. And that word was taken to France and called this, and then it was taken to Britain and called this, and it arrived in America and got called pumpkin. So that's where the word pumpkin actually comes from. So Libby's 100% pure pumpkin is a breed of pumpkin, but it's not the orange pumpkin you think it is. It's called the Dickinson pumpkin. It's a proprietary breed exclusively used by Libby when it comes to pumpkin or squash in a can. And it's most commonly related to this, a butternut squash. And those Dickinson pumpkins look like this. Other pumpkins or squashes masquerading as a pie pumpkin come in a variety of different colors. They come in orange and red and yellow and green, and are most commonly a Hubbard, a Boston Marrow, and a Golden Delicious. Not to be confused with a Golden Delicious apple. Now you might think it's not a big deal, it's all squash. But the thing that made me irritated is how many times I've actually either bought a pumpkin that I thought was appropriate for a pie, or I went through the work of growing a pumpkin from a seed to make it into a pie, only to be met with disappointing results. And I feel like if I had known this bit of information, that it's not what I think it is, then my pies would have been more successful. And now that I know this information, my pies will be more successful going forward for sure. So if you've ever grown the classic looking pumpkin to turn it into a pie, only to be highly disappointed with the results, like I have, and been curious as to what you did wrong, I'm here to tell you it's not your fault. Or at least it's not necessarily your fault, and it's more than likely the fault of the squash that you're using. Now, armed with this information, next time you're at the grocery store and you see those weird looking squashes, maybe you'll take a second look and consider trying to bring one home and cook something with it, because it's likely that you've already had a taste of it. Don't get me started on gourds. Thank you for stopping by my channel. Please consider subscribing to my channel and sharing some of my content. And as always, have a wonderful day. And the USDA